Welcome to part 4 of my series for beginners on how to use Adobe Premiere Pro. My name is Jerry Gonzalez. Let's go ahead and just dive into this video, okay? Last time what we did is we dug deep into the source pane, the source window here, and we learned what all these buttons do and cool stuff like that. I left a few out. I left the film strip, which is drag video only, and drag audio only, which kind of gives it away. But let's actually get something in our timeline. If I try to drag my video into the timeline, there's a cancel button there, and we cannot do that. It doesn't work, right? So how exactly do we get something to show up on this program window? I mean, it's just, come on, Jerry, why isn't it working? Well, it's actually very easy. So let's do something here, it's probably gonna blow your mind. Be prepared. I'm just saying, be prepared. So remember in the first video, I told you that there might be a window that pops up that says, you know, choose your video file settings and stuff, and I told you to click cancel. It was very important. Well, guess what? This is where I show you why I told you to click cancel. If you would have clicked one of those formats, what that format actually does is it says, all right, program, let's say you selected 1080p HD video. Okay, now your whole timeline, your whole project is running 1080p video, and your program window will be 1080p. It'll probably be like a black screen. But let's say my video, if I hover over it, it's a 720p video. If I drag that into my timeline, the video would be all tiny inside my program window. So that's why it's very important to skip it. And this is what I want you to do. Drag your video and put it over the sticky note icon, the new item icon. Drag it. Ta-da! Guess what? A new sequence file has been made over here in our project bin, and that sequence file has the exact settings of our video file synced up. So now no matter what video you're running, you just drag it onto that and everything will sync up and it's all fine. I mean, I don't know why this isn't the default way to do this, but hey, there you go. Congratulations, you learned a little tip there. Pretty cool, right? So now we are running actually we're running 720p video right here in our program window. Congratulations, you now can scrub through your timeline and it's working, and yay! So now if you clicked render, if you rendered out this video, if you already know how to do that, this right here is what you'll actually render out. Now it's kind of boring, don't have any effects on it or anything, so hey, that's what you want to do, go for it. I mean, you just kind of wasted time by editing this video because you didn't do anything to it, but hey, there you go, your timeline's working. Alright guys, that is the end of this video. Go ahead and click the next one. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so how do I use this source window and how does it even affect me? Let me delete this video, okay? Let me just delete that. So now we have our black screen of 720p. Let me show you what the source window does. I have not set in and out points yet, so if I drag this video, I'm gonna go put my mouse over the video, click and drag down to the timeline. Look at that. Now I have my video file and my audio file right there. You can see that. See V1, this is the video 1 layer, this is the bottom layer, and that is a video. And A1 is for audio. Depending on what version you're using, I know it looks a little bit different here on, let me make this a little bit bigger. I know it looks a little bit different on Adobe Premiere CC here, Premiere Pro CC, but you might have like a little drop down arrow that looks like this on the project bin. Drop that arrow down and the video will get bigger. Something cool in Adobe's Premiere CC is all you have to do is drag up a little bit and the window, you know, the video gets a little bit bigger and it looks like that. So that's what you'll kind of get when you drag that, when you drop that little arrow down. Okay, I know it's a little bit hard to explain because it's not actually there, but right here there'll be a drop down. Click it, your video will expand. And guess what? You can make this as big as you want. So you can see the whole video in there if you want. Really cool. Now this, adjusting the size of your video gets really important when doing some other things, which I'll show you in a future video, trust me. But just know that you can actually resize each of these layers. And something I always do is when I edit video, personally, I never leave my audio this size. I look at my audio waves, so I'm actually going to drag this down. I'm going to look at my audio waves just like that. I always look at my audio waves. That's how I personally know when to cut, when not to cut. I zoom in by holding Alt scrolling on my mouse. You can actually zoom in and out, and I get to fine tune and see what exactly is going on with my audio. So right here I know I'm not really doing much, but right here I'm playing. Look at the video preview. I'm playing because I can see all the audio waves getting bigger and stuff. As you edit video, you will get used to looking at things like this. You'll get used to seeing how you talk, the pitches and things like that. Trust me, okay? So what do? I always maximize my audio wave file here so I can see what's going on. And my video files, I could keep those small if I want. It really depends how I'm editing, what I'm doing. Alright, you'll see when we drag that video off of our source, I drag both video and audio, right? Well, what I can do is I can actually drag this film strip and it only drags video. That's pretty cool. And if I delete that, I can only drag audio as well. Oops. Well, you get the point. Audio is only there. So that's where the source window actually gets really powerful, when you're only dragging video and audio. Now, this is where it gets even more powerful, okay? Let's say you have a clip that is 5 hours long. I know that's ridiculous. You shouldn't have clips 5 hours long, people, but if you do, that's a lot of video to drag into your timeline and go in and look for what you're doing, and then, delete, make splits and cut it up and do all that stuff. Okay, so what you actually want to do is, let's say I personally know that 20 seconds into this video, into my 5-hour video, let's just say, I know 20 seconds in is when I want it to start. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my yellow letters here, type in 2000. Actually, that's 20 seconds right there. All right, I'm going to press O for, I'm going to press I for in point, or you can press this button right here, mark in, okay? And then I know that 5 seconds into the video is when I want to end. So I'm going to do 25 seconds, 00 for 00 frames, or you can just, click right here and fine tune it however you want. But 25 seconds, and that is where the scrubber is. I'm going to press O for out, or you can click this button, mark out. Now what I can do is click this go in button, and it's going to go to the beginning of my in point. Press play, and that is what I'm seeing right here. Now the really cool thing is, if I now that I have my in and out points, if I drag my video down, there you go, it only adds those 5 seconds. So that's where the source window gets very, very powerful. If I only drag video, it only drags video. If I only drag audio, it only drags audio. That's where it gets really powerful. Something else you should notice though is that when I'm actually dragging this video, look at, they stay together, right? And if I drag this video, now the audio is going along with it. They're linked. If I drag the video and I drag the audio in, and even though they're aligned, see how it snaps right there? If I kind of go to the beginning of the video, see that black line? I mean, it's snapping. There's snapping turned on right here. If I turn that off, it's not working anymore. But if I snap it and I move the video, look at that. They're not synced anymore. So that's very important to understand as well. If you want your video to be synced, you have to drag both audio and video together. You can't sync them like that unless you manually link them. And to do that really quick, I'll show you. Let's say I do my video and audio. Oops. And audio. See how they're not synced up? If I click one, I'm going to click my video. I'm going to maximize it so you can see. Select my video and hold shift and select my audio. So now they're both kind of white in hue, or they might be a different hue in a different program version. Now they're both selected. I can drag them together, which works, but I can right click on them and link them. So if I click off and drag one of them, now they're both moving together. So that's how you quickly link files. You can even unlink them if you want. So now they move separately again. That's very important actually, linking and unlinking. That is how you correctly use the source window pane. Now I did tell you that I would teach you how to use the timeline, and this video is getting really long, so excuse the video length, but let's dive into the timeline, shall we? Alright, I'm just going to extend my video in and out points, and I'm going to let me delete this audio, I'm going to drag the whole video there, okay? So here we go. Now we have a video inside of my program, so my timeline, it shows up in the program, and now we have video 1, video 2, video 3, and if we want, we can even drag this up to go to video 4, 5, 6, whatever we want. We can make as many video layers as we want. We can even delete these layers by right-clicking over here on this side, delete track, and so on, okay? Now, it's very important to understand this. This is a different kind of workflow. If you're coming from, let's say, Sony Vegas, you're not used to layers acting like this, okay? You're just used to them stacking on top of each other, right? Well, videos will always be this upper part, okay? And audio will always be the lower part. Let's say you only want to edit video at the moment. See this middle bar? You can actually drag this middle bar, lower it, okay? So you get more of the video layers. If you have a ton of video layers going on, you can have nothing but video layers showing up. If you're editing audio, move this middle mouse button up, and you see more of the audio layers going on there. You can edit a bunch of audio stuff. If you're like a normal person, you will have it kind of in the middle if you're editing video and audio together. And it just depends what you're doing at the moment. That's why Adobe Premiere Pro is very awesome, because it's super flexible with the way that you can work. So you can change the size of all the layers at once Okay, see how all the layers are changing in size? You can do that, which is, I guess that's pretty helpful if you want. If you want to minimize all the layers at once, totally, you can do that if you want. I don't know, it's up to you. So I guess that's a faster way to do it than what I showed you over here on the side. But that's only if you want, like, see audio 1 to be bigger than audio 2, than audio 2 layer. Anyway, now again, this video 1 layer is your base layer. So whatever is on top of this will be shown above this layer. Okay, above this video layer. So let me show you what I mean here. Let me go ahead and drop a graphic into this video. Okay, so you'll see, there I am. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so you can see what's going on. There I am in the program window. But if I drop, let's say, this graphic JPEG, let me double click this icon so you can see in the source window what we're looking at. This is a wallpaper I made in Photoshop. If I actually drag this above this layer, and I can actually see the playhead, can scrub that to go over. The graphic is actually shown over the video, which it's important to know. Okay, if you're gonna have a slideshow going on, just know that the video is still playing. Okay, take note of where my my position is. Okay, I'm like, my hand's right here, my hand's right there, and my eyes are closed. If I scrub over to the end of this graphic, now look it, I'm in a totally different position. The video is still playing in the background. Okay, so I have not inserted this clip in between this video, but I've overlaid it. I've laid it over it with a layer, okay, by using layers. We'll dive into actually video editing and how to split videos and stuff in a future video. But that's kind of all I wanted to show you in this video so far. Really basic how to use these video layers, how to adjust this bar here, and I'll go even further into this timeline in the next video. So thank you for watching. This video is just getting really long. I kind of want to cut it short so you guys don't get completely bored of my voice, because I'm already getting bored of my voice. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Remember to thumb up, comment, and subscribe, and look forward to the next part in this video series.